All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Peak to Middle School. My name is Narwhal.
My name is Kyle.
Kyle,
Yes.
can you tell which hand is someone's dominant hand just by looking at them? Because I think I have a superpower. I think I've figured out my superpower.
Do I get to see them do anything?
Nope. Well, you can walk around and do their day-to-day life.
Why, you think lefties have a special limp to them or something?
Yeah, not a limp, but
Actually, I think
dude,
they're
I can
unorthodox. I think they're unorthodox.
I can tell even just by the way they order a sandwich and pay. If I watch someone go to Subway and go about their whole Subway thing and then leave, I could tell.
But do you have any proof of that? Do you see them throwing a ball after?
Okay, listen. So there's this rapper, YB and Corday.
Okay.
And from the get-go, I've always had this feeling that he's a lefty.
Maybe he holds the
I have
microphone
no way
in
to
his left
prove
hand.
it. I have no way to prove it, but I always thought he looks like a lefty. The way he talks, the way he acts. Listen, I'm a lefty. It's this it's telepathically we can sense it in other people.
Okay.
And then he released a music video yesterday, and in the video he's playing basketball like a pickup game, and he dribbles and shoots left-handed.
Okay, but maybe it's like a subconscious thing where you've actually seen him shoot a basketball before.
I've never. Why the fuck? Okay,
maybe you've seen him hold a microphone and he holds it left-handed, and you don't even realize that you saw it that way, but now it's in your head.
Okay,
that's how things happen.
Yeah, but I could hold a microphone in my right hand.
Yeah, but you probably wouldn't.
Probably not.
Yeah, see, there you go.
I'm just saying, I haven't seen them that much about that guy, and I just had this sense.
Yeah. Do you do anything right-handed?
No, not much, dude. My
you
right
eat
hand
left-handed?
is basically useless. I've tried to eat cereal with my right hand, and I
Dude,
don't even
yeah,
know how
it's
to
hard.
hold the spoon.
Yeah, even zipping your pants up or zipping a coat.
Yeah.
Like when Jordan broke his wrist, he broke his right wrist, and he had to do stuff left-handed. I had to help him zip his jacket up.
Yeah.
But also he kind of couldn't use his right hand. But still,
yeah. The other
hard.
day I was trying to just drink water. My cup was on the right side, and I just tried to pick it up. Yeah, drink water with your left hand. No, set it on the ground on the table first. Does it feel a little more unorthodox?
I don't know. I didn't feel unstable. Maybe if it was a glass and it's more of an opening to spill on myself.
Oh,
possibly.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I'm gonna, I guess if I'm cutting something, I'm using my right hand, but I'm stabilizing with my left.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a little bit of lefty action there.
Yeah. So you don't feel like you can tell if someone's a righty or lefty?
I don't know.
Obviously, you know that I'm a lefty.
Yeah.
But when I do other things that don't involve my left hand, is there still kind of a look to it?
I don't know if it might just be your look, though. Lefties are kind of unorthodox, and
yeah, I would agree with that.
I feel like you're an unorthodox person. You also hold a pencil like an idiot.
Yeah.
You grips the shit out of it.
I got a comment on my last YouTube video, and someone's like, "Yo, why the fuck you hold a pencil like that, bro?" I'm like,
I hold spoons like a shovel, so
yeah.
I guess I can't really talk.
Yeah. But there's this guy at the gym that I've seen him there for years. I've seen him there even when I was in high school, and I used to play pickup basketball with him, and he was a lefty. And so obviously I've known he's a lefty, but then when I see him at the gym, even just the way he lifts weights, it looks like a lefty.
Yeah, but that's in your head that he's a lefty.
I know, but it looks different.
Okay,
dude.
well, we got to do an experiment where we can find people that we don't even know,
and I'll just point them out.
and you can just observe them for a little bit and see if they're a lefty.
Okay. I think I would get obviously not perfect, but I think I could get a pretty high percentage.
Yeah. There's also not a lot of lefties out there.
Yeah.
So most of the time it'd be righty. Then there's people that are ambidextrous.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, I can just do whatever with both hands. And I'm like, what?
But they still kind of have a one that's better than the other, right? Or do you think there's people that are equally as good with both? Because that would be sick.
Yeah, there probably are.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could write with the same sentence or different sentences. Actually, no, that doesn't work.
I don't think your brain could do that.
Yeah, because I remember in psych they had if your brain is severed,
okay,
it's a thing. I think if you have epilepsy, they severed the ties between your brains, so you can have a separate. You can do different things with your right hand and left hand.
Yeah.
So you could be drawing a bunny and then a cat over here.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of obviously the way more extreme version, but isn't that related to pat your head and rub your stomach? But you do that at the same time. But you can get better at that, right?
Yeah, it's because I practice it.
Yeah, but I'm if you practiced it, do you think you could get to a point where you could write sentences with your left hand and your right hand simultaneously?
Maybe if it's the same sentence over and over.
Yeah.
I can't even write anything left-handed.
Do you have you heard about that guy? They say it's like a disability, but I mean, it seems more like a superpower to me. But there's this guy that
Autism.
No. Well, he might be autistic. I don't know, but he apparently has this disability where he can read like and comprehend an entire page in like seconds.
What?
And this guy will just like, and he could hold. I remember. Okay, don't quote me on this, but I'm almost positive he would hold 2 books at the same time.
But how
and
do
would
you
like look at one read and like he would just like he could read books in like minutes.
That would be so nice.
I know.
I would just like my first day of class, I would take all the books and I would just spend like 10 minutes reading them, and then I would be fine and I would remember everything.
I mean, I don't know if he necessarily remembers it long term.
Okay, well then even if that's not true, you could just read the whole thing before a test.
Yeah.
And there you go. It's right there.
Yeah.
That guy's going to do great things in life.
Yo, you know how they like, I don't know. I'm not trying to like defend the teachers, but hear me out. So in English classes, they always would try and tell you like, you can't not read the book. You have to just like you have to read the book if you want to succeed on the tests. You can't just spark note it, which
It's not entirely true.
most people did. I hardly ever read the book, and I would just spark note it and try and wing it, and I would get like, passing, like good enough.
Mm-hmm.
But I did.
That's how you succeed in life. Good enough.
Yeah, but I did realize the few times when I actually would read the book, you realize how fucking easy the tests are.
Yeah.
If you actually take the time to read it. Like, you don't have to be stressing and, like, really trying to remember what SparkNote said.
Yeah.
If you just read the chapter, it's so easy.
I mean, it is, but the act of reading the chapter is not easy. Like, I don't want to read Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Actually, the worst is when we had to read Shakespeare.
Mm.
Because I could read it, and it's like I didn't even read it.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
who writes like that? He's an idiot. I mean, I
And-
guess that's how they spoke.
And
back
why
then.
do we need to read that for our curriculum? How is that type of Old English going to benefit us?
Well, we're learning about iambic pentameter. Iambic pentameter? That's how we wrote. It's like something with 5.
Wait. Oh, what does that mean? That rings a bell. That was like the style of his writing?
Yeah, something with like 5 lines or some shit. I don't know.
Isn't that like poetry, like haiku?
Could have been. We're learning about the history of writing, probably.
Yeah.
Dude, being an English teacher sounds like the worst job in the world. For me, at least. I'm not an English person.
Out of all the subjects, you would want to teach English the least?
Yeah, for sure.
You'd rather teach math than
Yeah,
English?
because I was good at math. English was like, I would get on my standardized test, I would do super well in math and just below average in English.
Yeah.
Like, my reading comprehension is so bad.
Yeah, dude. Bro, I'm the exact same. On the ACT, like I said, I made my confession that I literally didn't even finish the ACT because I'm so slow at fucking reading and like comprehend.
Yeah.
Like, listen, if I have infinite time, I think I could have done really, really well on the ACT if I had like 20 hours.
But that also takes away stress.
Exactly.
And so that's part of like the ACT.
Yeah, and I realize that. So like I don't deserve a better score, but if I was to just take it like over a long period of time, I think I could do really well. But when the pressure's on,
Yeah.
I almost get worse at reading when the pressure's on.
Because I'm like, I need to understand this. And then I'm 3 lines in telling myself that I need to understand it. And I'm like, oh, I just read 3 lines. I don't even know what I'm doing. I need to understand this. And then do the same thing over and over and over.
Bro, that happens all the time. I'll read a page and it'll
Just
like,
no idea.
and like I hear the NFL announcers on in the background and I'm just not paying attention to what I'm reading at all.
Did you used to do homework with like the TV on?
I
I need like
no.
silence if I'm working.
Yeah, I don't get how people can work in any sort of noise environment.
No.
I can't even work like if I'm at an isolated table. Like when I was at school, I would sometimes try and do homework just at like this table if it was nice outside on campus. But I couldn't even do that because there'd be people walking around. I'd hear a squirrel running. I had to go in like in the libraries at APU. There was 2 different libraries, and I would go to the one little shitty library because there's a spot that not many people knew about, but it was this isolated like corner.
The quiet dark corner.
Yeah, it was the quiet dark corner. There'd be like 2 people in this whole building, and they were just grinders. Like me and them were always there, you know?
Yeah, I'm not a big like go to the library and do homework. I usually just did it at home, which is probably bad because I feel like I was less productive at home.
Yeah, I just know myself well enough to know that if I have a little thing, I can do it at home. But if I have like a big thing to do, I have to isolate myself and get away from distractions.
Yeah. We should go work on stuff at a library sometime.
What do we have to work on?
I don't know. We could find something to work on. Could work on, dude. Being a librarian would also suck. Imagine being a librarian.
Oh, I think that'd be chill, dude. Being at a public library, not at a school.
You have to know books.
Not at a school.
Well, both would suck.
In a public library, bro, you can like hide. I feel like that's one of those
Yeah,
jobs
but you gotta
where you
work.
could just like
you
hide.
can't just like let them walk out with books. You know, you gotta like,
Yeah.
and you gotta read stories to kids. Although I like that. I like reading stories to kids.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just one of those jobs that I just know, and I knew early on this is not what I will be doing.
A librarian.
Librarian.
I feel like
Cross
most
it off the
people
list.
know that they don't want to be a
I know,
librarian.
but sometimes when you're trying to think of like, wow, what do I want to do? When you're in high school, you're like, what do I want to be? What is my major gonna be? My sister's like, she's a teacher. She's like, you could be a teacher, and I thought about it, and I was like, no, there's no chance in my life I will be a teacher.
How long do you think you thought about it? Like, how long did you contemplate the thought of being a teacher for?
5 to 10 seconds, and I realized immediately, nope, don't like a big group of kids. I like kids, just not when I have to like keep track of them, you know, because it's just it sucks. Kids suck.
Yeah,
they're so mean.
They are, dude.
God,
I think the thing is, the kids that suck is mainly because the parents suck. Like, if there's good parents, the kids generally don't suck, but there's still times when...
I mean, there are sucky kids because of parents, but I think kids in general are just, they suck. Like, they'll say mean things.
But listen, if I was a teacher and I had a class of 15 me's and 15 you's, I think I wouldn't hate it that much.
Yeah, I was a pretty
I was
quiet kid,
respectful. I was nice.
Yeah, but that's what you
do
think.
my shit.
That's what you think, though.
I know for a fact I never was rude to a teacher.
That you know of.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
You think there was a time when a teacher, like, bro, you never did shit to your teachers. There's no way a teacher disliked you.
Yeah. Maybe like in middle school, I feel like I got in a phase where I thought I was cool.
Okay. just for a little bit.
Just like a couple years where I was like, man, I'm the shit. I'm really
and then
cool.
then you got brought back down to earth.
Yeah, and then I got to high school and I was like, I'm not cool. I don't like anyone.
When was the moment you realized you're not cool?
Probably like halfway through freshman year.
Like, what happened? Do you have a distinct moment?
No. I don't know. I think I just like I remember coming in hot to high school and I thought I was funny and like cool. And then just like halfway through I was like, I'm not cool. I'm not funny either. Like I'm that annoying kid.
You're funny.
Okay, but my freshman year, like in my math class, I already know for a fact, me and Luke, we sat next to each other. We got to pick our seating. And like our friends know, but when me and Luke are together, it's
a disaster.
Like things don't go well.
It's a disaster.
Like we would just be pickpocketing each other, like throwing things on the ground, like pushing each other's stuff off the table. We were just annoying.
Like Kyle and Luke, when they get together, they each lose a lot of brain cells.
Yeah. We just like try to annoy each other and piss each other off, which is like, it's fun, but it's like not productive in a classroom setting.
Yeah.
So I remember times just be sitting in the back of the room and like pushing shit off the table and like pushing him out of his chair. And our teacher just like, can you guys like shut up? And we thought it was funny and we just laugh. But there were like other older kids in the class that would like glare at us.
Like, what the fuck are these kids doing?
Yeah, and then I kind of caught on like, wow, I'm that annoying kid.
Yeah.
Especially when you see other freshmen the next year that are super annoying. You
You're
realize
like, wow,
that was me.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel bad.
Yeah. Okay, before I forget, I was talking about how I would go to the library in the isolated corner and there would always be like one or two kids there that were like recurring kids. We need a name for that.
Corner kids.
No. a name for those type of people that you see at a certain place. You always see them because they're on like a similar life schedule to you, but you never talk to them. You don't engage with them. You're not friends with them.
Is this like a school thing or like a real life
No, like
thing?
anywhere. Like
People
let's say you go to the gym and you see this one guy all the time and he sees you. You guys see each other.
Yeah.
You both know that each other are that random corner kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
But you're not going to talk to each other.
Right. Not even going to acknowledge each other.
But in a way, you almost have a little more respect for that person than for a rando that you never see.
Yeah. That's me and a bunch of old people at my gym. All the old people, we just connect eyes. And we're like, yeah, you're here again.
You ever give them like a nod or no?
No. I feel like you can't nod at an old person. Like, you can't give an old person like a what's up. Because to them, that's disrespectful.
Or they're like, what? They like take out their headphones. Actually, old people don't wear headphones. Old people don't listen to music, bro.
No, there was this really old dude with like Beats on the other day, and I was just doing like cable stuff, and I was standing in front of the cable, and he just walks up and he yells, "Are you using the cable?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am using the cable."
You talking to me?
And then like I took my headphone out, and then he goes, "Are you using the cable?" I'm like, "Yes."
I'm
and then
literally.
Then
right
he walked
here.
away. Like I answered him, and I took my headphone out because he was still looking at me.
Yeah.
I'm like, "What do you?" You asked me the same question twice, and I answered twice.
I hate the people at the gym that you're clearly doing an exercise and still in the middle of doing something, and they'll come up and they know you're using it, but in attempt to try and get you to leave, they're like, "Hey, so are you still using this?"
Yeah.
It's like, now I have two options here. I could say, yes, I'm using it. It's going to be a while. Or I could say, yeah, but I only got one more set, even if I don't have one more set. And then they end up
It's like a pressure thing.
Yeah, it's like you feel pressured.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the worst. I also had it the other day where I was on a machine that, for some reason, it looks like they just jammed this one machine in the most random spot possible. Like they didn't have room.
Okay.
So it's like right behind this other one. And I'm just like doing my last couple. I was probably on my last set.
Okay.
But then this other person just sits down on this machine that's right in front of me that's like so close.
Okay.
Like half the distance between me and you.
Okay.
Like really close.
Yeah.
And so I felt like I was straddling them.
Would it ever make contact with their machine, or there's
No,
still
but
space?
so she was with a trainer. And so when that trainer was like walking behind her, he was like basically stepping on my toes. And I was like trying to do my last set, but like I was pushing out.
Oh,
so like
yeah.
I'm going to touch his back. So I just had to sit there and wait for him to like tell her what to do. And I was just like, oh my God. So I just got up and left.
Damn.
Yeah. Anyways. Oh, okay. A couple things.
Yeah. What's going on, Kyle?
So on the way here, I stopped at Cafe Rio.
Okay.
And when I walked in, I see a couple kids wearing like suits. So
Okay.
I'm like, oh, the Mormons are here, you know?
Like
They
when
look
you say
like,
kids. How old we talking?
honestly, they looked younger than me, like probably high school.
Okay.
So, but I saw them from a distance, and I saw one of them had just a white shirt with a black tie. I was like, Mormons. The Mormons are here. Like, I don't care, whatever. So I walk in, and then there's like 15 others. Some of them are in suits. Some of them are just in white or like different types. So variations of suits. Yes.
Is there any chance that it was a high school basketball team?
Like very nice suits. Like,
Okay, so
like
this was
not
like-
not like I'm wearing a suit, you know, like I dressed up for a game, you know.
It's
Also, they
like-
didn't look athletic.
Like they could go to a wedding.
That's what I couldn't. I was gonna. Yeah, I should have taken a Snapchat of this, dude. There was so many kids in suits, and I couldn't, for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why they were in suits.
Okay.
A couple things in my head. I was like, maybe they're Mormon.
I feel like that's the most likely.
That's the most likely. But
around
I feel
here.
like Mormons don't wear suits like that, though. You know, there's
Yeah.
the standard white shirt, black tie, black pants. Like these guys had like tailored suits.
And like coats and stuff too.
Yeah, coats, dude. Like really nice suits.
Okay.
And then
And you think they're all under the age of 20?
yeah, they're all younger than me. I think.
Okay.
Like they were young, and I don't know. I'm just standing
on
in
a Tuesday.
on a Tuesday at like 1:00 or 1:30, and then I was thinking maybe they're like business boys,
Okay.
and like they're running a business together, and they're getting like business lunch because they seemed like business guys. Like I was so confused, dude.
Okay, wait. Were all their suits like matching?
No.
Okay, so they all had different suits.
but like really nice tailored suits.
and they
I was a little
if
afraid.
they were running a business though, why would they all look under 20? Like you think if it was a business there'd be some older
It could be like a
guys, some
seminar,
younger
you
guys.
know. But it's a Tuesday,
That
so I don't
sounds
know.
very cultish.
They must have been Mormon, but they didn't look that old. I don't know, man.
I'm very intrigued.
I was so
now.
intrigued. I was close to asking him, but I didn't want to be the guy.
There's 15 of them.
Dude,
At
I'm not
least?
kidding. They took up the entire line, and they were kind of annoying too. They also just kind of had that look on their face, like, "Yeah, I'm in a suit."
Question:
Yeah.
were they all white?
Yes. Yes. That's why
So
I
it
was like,
raises
they're
the
probably
chances
Mormon,
of them being Mormon.
right? So I don't know. I couldn't figure out why they were there.
Wow.
And
If anybody knows, like what this symbolizes. Maybe it's like a tradition.
I thought
like,
maybe this is a cult. And there was an old guy in front of them also wearing a suit, but I didn't think he was related. I thought maybe he was like the main man
okay.
with these little suits
Yeah.
behind him. But I don't think they were in cahoots because he didn't seem like he was really engaging with them.
Okay. The only other thing I can think of if they're not Mormon is that maybe they go to like one of the local high schools. Like maybe they go to Issaquah High School and there was like, you know how DECA would have like business.
Or like a JA thing.
Yeah, like something where you got to perform or it's like some business field trip thing.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
I
I saw a couple of them had like some badge or some shit.
Boy Scouts? Cub Scouts?
No, not like that. Like a badge in their pocket.
A badge?
Like I wear my badge to work, like my name tag.
Oh, okay.
And maybe it's like a scan thing to get into a building. I could have been wrong. I glanced and I saw one and I was like, maybe that's
I think this is a cult.
they're business boys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish I asked, but I also didn't want to. Maybe they were embarrassed that they were in suits,
Yeah.
Because the kid in the back, if there's a long line of kids in suits, the one in the back's probably like the least talkative one, He's not
Yeah.
the aggressive one walking in first, strutting
Yeah.
in. He's the guy trying to blend in. I didn't want to
He also
confront him.
probably would have been the nicer one where you could have been like, hey, man, so like,
Could have been.
what's this group?
Yeah, could have been. He also could have just not given me a straightforward answer and been like, oh, yeah, I don't know. Because he's just like socially awkward. And I would have been like, all right.
Yeah.
But all the other people in the restaurant were just looking at them, like gossiping.
Wow.
And I was by myself. So I was left out of the gossip.
Damn, dude.
I know. If only you had been there, we could have figured it out.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Wait, do you think that at BYU,
Yeah.
do you have to be Mormon to go there?
No.
Because I know like Mormon, I don't know this for a fact. I think if you're Mormon, you like almost automatically get in. Like if you have
Probably easier.
like remotely decent grades.
Yeah.
But like if you get recruited to play sports, do they look to see if you're Mormon?
No. I don't. Well,
'Cause, dude,
I think
I
it
think-
helps, but I don't know. Because there's
feel like
guys
you
that
have-
aren't. Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, I'm interrupting you too. What were you gonna say?
There's guys that go play there that aren't Mormon. I know that for a fact. I know a guy got kicked off the basketball team because he had sex.
Yeah.
And like, who found out? Like, did someone rat on him in the locker
Yeah.
room?
I don't know.
Like his teammates like, oh, Brandon had sex? You kidding me?
Probably. But like, I don't. Why would you? If you're good enough to get recruited to go to BYU for a sport, you're probably good enough to go to a different school for a sport. So if you're not Mormon, why would you want to go to BYU? You know?
I mean, they have some
feel like
pretty
that'd be
good
so weird.
teams.
I guess. Yeah.
Maybe that's your only offer. But why would they offer you if you're not? I don't know.
Yeah. Like
I have questions. I probably wouldn't want to go there, personally.
I wouldn't either.
I'm just not into that. Like,
Yeah.
it's fine if you're Mormon, but I'm just not into that lifestyle. So,
Yeah. Okay. What was your other thing? You said
Okay.
you had two things.
well, I have another thing after that. But on the way here, when I was driving here, I'm just driving and it's like me, car in front of me, car behind me. I'm on the road, like leading to your house, and this person flashes their lights at us. So I was like, oh, there's probably a cop up here or a deer maybe crossing the road. I'm like, cool. Thanks. So we drive and I see in this really cool little hiding spot, this cop is sitting there on his motorcycle, like gunning people down. So I was like, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And then, you know how you talked about you get that certain, when you shake someone's hand or like when someone says like, thank you, man, you get that feeling of.
Yeah. You get like the butterflies of mutual respect.
Yeah. So me and my posse of cars, this guy in front of me, guy behind me, we start flashing our lights to everybody else that passes. And I could see the guy behind me flashing. I could see the guy in front of me
How
was
could
flashing.
you see the car in front of
Because
you?
I could see a reflection off the other car.
Dude,
We were all just like taking turns flashing for every car. And I was like, dude, this cop's getting none of us.
You
This
guys
is
are like a
awesome.
gang.
Yeah,
That's
dude, we were
sick.
just riding together. I don't even know if they realized it, but it made me happy. I was like smiling, just like flashing my high beams at people.
Dude, and for all you know, the car behind you could have been doing it
Yeah,
too.
it could have been a line of flashing lights. And this cop was just stumped, sitting there like, why is everyone going the speed limit? Because he was on this little motorcycle, like literally in a bush.
Yeah.
He was in a bush.
I think I know the spot you're talking
Yeah.
about because I've seen it.
like I
before.
would not have seen him.
Yeah. Were you speeding before that?
No, the car in front of me was going super slow, so
Okay.
whatever. But then he was going like 30 and it's 35, and I'm like, you don't need to slow down that much
You could have got a ticket. That's
for tailgating.
no for flashing your lights.
Well, I wasn't gonna flash at the cop.
I know, but if I always get worried if it's at nighttime
Yeah.
and a car's coming at me, sometimes I want to flash my brights to tell them there's a cop. But what if the car coming at me is a cop?
Yeah.
Because you can't tell at nighttime.
Well, we have a friend that's really stupid. Probably our dumbest friend. And he knows he's our dumbest friend.
It's probably one of the dumbest stories ever.
Just super dumb story. He thought, I don't know if someone told him this or he just thought this was a thing, that if you come up to a red light at night and you flash your high beams at it, the sensor turns on and it turns into a green light. And the sensor thinks that, oh, you're a cop with your flashing lights. It needs to turn green. So our idiot friend pulls up to a red light, flashing his high beams at it. Meanwhile, at the same intersection, there's a cop sitting there, and the cop sees him flashing his high beams and pulls him over.
and then he had to explain to the cop that he thought that would make the light turn green.
And the cop was just like, dude, that's so dumb.
What was the other thing you wanted to say?
Okay. So
you're on fire today.
I know. I'd written a bunch of things down. So I don't know if this is just me. So you told me about DaBaby. The rapper DaBaby. I didn't really know about him. I listened to his album. I really like him.
Yeah.
And he's got a song called iPhone with Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
So I was listening to that, and he's like talking about he's on his iPhone.
Okay.
And I'm thinking in my head, I can't picture rappers with iPhones.
What?
Like, can you picture like Lil Wayne just on his phone?
Yeah.
What
do you think? They have a Nokia?
No. I can't picture them
with any phone?
like scrolling through Instagram.
Like
if they're I don't know. I was just thinking about it. I was like, does he think DaBaby, maybe he's an Android guy, or maybe he doesn't have a phone? Like, obviously he's got a phone. I don't know. Just in my head, I was like, I can't picture him just like, playing iMessage games with people.
So is it more of the fact that like you can't picture him with an iPhone in particular, or it's hard for you to picture them with any sort of phone?
I think not just the iPhone, probably like any kind of phone. Like, I think it's because it's such a normal thing, and because they're so high up, it's like you can't picture them like taking a dump or something.
Yeah.
It's like you feel like they just don't even do that.
Yeah, it's like pretty girls don't poop.
Right. It's like DaBaby doesn't use an iPhone.
But the thing is like the new iPhones are really expensive. So if they were to use any phone,
I'm sure he has an iPhone. I'm sure he does. But I can't picture him, like picking it up and using the Face ID to turn it on, like
or like having to like try and use the finger scanner and it doesn't work.
Playing cup pong with his friends. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, no, I get what you're saying. Not necessarily about using an iPhone, but with other things. Like, actually, literally, it was DaBaby, but on his Instagram story the other day, it was like 3 a.m, and he was eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch out of like a paper bowl, like or like those throwaway bowls.
Okay. I was thinking like paper bowl.
Not like literal paper.
Isn't it going to roll through?
Just the paper bowls.
Yeah.
And he was eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch with like a plastic spoon. And I was just like, I had to rewatch it. Because I was like, why is this guy eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch in a paper bowl? Why isn't it like a diamond encrusted
lowest of
bowl?
low meals in lowest of low like quality of cutlery?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is pretty damn good.
I know, but it's like the cheapest, most simple meal you could think of. You just need milk and cinnamon
Say it again?
Cereal. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
There you go. Yeah, well, there's actually I watched an interview with this other rapper named Hobson, who a lot of people probably don't know him. I don't think he's as popular as DaBaby, but he was saying that he's like, yeah, people don't understand, like, I'm just a normal guy, and he's like, obviously I make like a good amount of money, but he's like, I still want to eat cup of noodles every once in a while, and I still like to go to Wendy's sometimes, and like,
dude, imagine being at Wendy's and just like a famous guy pulls up.
Yeah.
Because like Donald Trump's a big fast food guy. I mean, he probably doesn't get his own fast food.
Yeah.
Probably never has gotten his own fast food. He's always been rich. But imagine like Trump pulls up and he's like, yeah, could I get a McChicken? Like,
yeah. What do you think Trump?
It's also the worst Trump impression ever. I don't know what that was.
No, that was pretty good.
I would like to get a McChicken. That was like Arnold Schwarzenegger. All right.
Do you want to try again, or are you just going to leave it at that?
I would like a McChicken with no mayo. That was a little better.
What do you think Trump does when all the cameras are off, when his phone is dead, when his family's not around?
When he's not tweeting Nickelback memes.
Yeah, like when everything is off, and he's just like, at home.
Like,
he's
just
just in his
hanging.
bedroom.
I don't know that
What
he
do you
does
think
that.
like? What is he like when no one else is around as a human?
Even Melania's not. I feel like Melania's never even around him. They're not even married at this point.
Yeah, I'm just trying to picture him like
yeah,
let's say
he watches TV.
yeah, like does he do that? Does he relax?
I don't know. What's like the widest TV show? That's probably what he watches.
Like Mike and Molly.
Yeah, like the Goldbergs.
Yeah. I don't know. I just can't picture him doing like. I guess most presidents, I can't picture them just doing normal things.
Obama like would play pickup games.
Yeah. I guess Obama's the easiest to view because he would like publicize it. Like he would be in videos and on TV shows and stuff.
Yeah. Trump? Yeah, I don't know. What about like George Bush? He's super Southern, so maybe he goes hunting or fishing.
I could see that. Yeah, but see, I can't picture
He goes to
Trump,
Ranger games a lot.
I can't picture Trump at a sporting event. I can't picture him playing video games. I can't picture him hunting. I can't picture him doing literally anything.
No, I can't picture him doing anything except for sitting in his suit and being
Actually,
like, you're fired.
I could see him going to like a pro golf tournament and just like getting pretty drunk in the background.
But sitting in a golf cart the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's not walking around. He's in a golf cart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see that. Trump golfs too, dude. He's got a big ass. Have you seen it?
I don't want to see.
There's one picture of him getting on a plane. It's really funny.
All right.
Dude, okay. Also, just one more thing.
Yeah.
When they released his like stats, I don't know why they did the president physical thing, like to make sure he's in good shape.
Okay.
And they released like he's 6'3". They said he was like 220 or something, which is bullshit, dude.
He's like
way more.
250.
He's way more than that. But people were like, "Damn, dude, that's a unit right there. Like 6'3", 220. That's a like sexy stat line." And they were showing like athlete comparisons. It's like Tim Tebow, Trump.
Yeah. Damn, Tim Tebow, 6'3", 220.
Something like that, yeah.
Pretty girthy man.
He's a good-looking dude, too.
He is. I don't get why he gets shit on so much.
I mean, just because he's bad at football.
I know. But like
And now he's playing baseball, and he's bad at that, too.
But like, regardless of whether or not he's a good athlete, I just feel like he's always got shit on just as like a person.
It's because he's too nice. It's kind of like Russell.
Yeah,
like
people
Russell
just
Wilson.
don't. No, but people like Russell Wilson way more than they like Tim Tebow.
Yeah, but he's also better.
That's
like he's
true.
won a Super Bowl. He's like done things.
Yeah, like if Russell Wilson sucked but just always was in the public eye,
Yeah.
he probably would get
Yeah.
shit on.
And Tebow played at Florida, which a lot of people didn't like Florida.
That's true.
But
all right. Moving on here. I just have a couple of random things. That's all our show is really comprised of.
just random things.
Nothing related to each other. But I think people like that. At least for me, the shows I like are when they're just kind of random shit. Now, I'll listen to a couple specialized shows here and there, and sometimes I'll listen to a podcast with like a particular person. Oh, by the way, you like Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I do. I listen to Star Talk, yeah.
I like Neil deGrasse Tyson too. And I've been a fan for a while. But a couple weeks ago, probably a little over a month ago now, he was on the Joe Rogan podcast for his like 4th or 5th time now. And I don't know what changed about that guy, but like he is the worst now.
What?
Like every single person in the comments was just shitting on it, like how annoying he is now. He would interrupt Joe all the time. He didn't let Joe say a single word. And like by the end of the podcast, Joe Rogan like hated, like you could kind of tell that he was so annoyed with him.
Really? Damn.
And I don't know what happened because like he used to be this really down to earth guy, and I feel like people liked him because he would explain science things in like ways that regular people could understand.
I don't know. I think he's become more of a personality.
Yeah, like I don't know if it's his ego or what, but he was just so snappy. And Joe would ask a question, and he was like, "Joe, come on, man! Like, how do you not know that?" And like,
but that's what I like about, or the opposite is what I did like about Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Exactly.
He didn't act like people were dumb. He would explain it to you.
Yeah, and dude,
And he's got a great voice too.
yeah, and when I turned the episode on, I was looking through the comments, and it was just hundreds of comments about how shitty that he was this time. And I was like surprised, and I was like, all right, I'm going to give it a chance. And halfway through, I had to turn it off because it was so weird.
Yeah, I listened to episode 2. I never finished it, but I didn't even think about that. But I listened to his podcast. He's got like Star Talk Radio or something.
Yeah. Do you like that one?
I mean, sometimes I listen to it if I'm like going to bed because it's like talking about outer space, and that's something that kind of just like calms you down, you know?
See, I feel like thinking about outer space and like the universe would stress
Keeps
me
you
out
up at night.
Yeah,
No, it's just like interesting to me, and he's got a soothing voice, so
that he does.
it helps me go to bed sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't listened to it as much anymore. I do think he's kind of annoying.
Like I didn't used to think that, but recently I don't know.
Damn. R.I.P. in the grass.
Anyways, okay, so one thing I wanted to ask before, I guess in a little bit we'll hop into the segments here, but do you think girls ever slide into guy DMs?
Probably.
But I've never heard a story about it. I've never heard a success story. I've never heard
Do you know any
a
girls?
love story. I know like a few girls.
Mm.
No, but I was just thinking like, because there's like the thing, just the stereotype, I guess, of like, oh, sliding into DMs.
Yeah.
And it's always like usually it's a creepy, overly pushy guy sliding in, being weird, and then not getting a response. I feel like that's kind of the trend. Or sometimes you see like something go viral on Twitter of some person who's been with their boyfriend for like 5 years, and it's
like,
all because
he
he
slid in my DMs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I've never seen a girl slide into a DM before.
Couple things.
So there was the roast of Alec Baldwin, and what's her name? Nikki Glasser or something. She's a famous comedian.
Never heard of her.
And she like killed it. She had a really good like set. I think she was the first one up, and she just did amazing. But Blake Griffin was there. And she did you see the stuff?
I saw the Caitlyn Jenner part with Blake Griffin.
Oh well, yeah. So it was that same during the same roast,
right.
But this Nikki Glasser, whatever. She was basically just blatantly talking about how hot Blake Griffin is. Like he's sitting right next to her, and she's just talking about how she wants to fuck him and stuff.
Okay.
And like, I would assume that if you're Blake Griffin, you get tons of girls sliding into your DMs.
Well, probably, yeah.
Like I think most famous athletes, but to the average human, I don't know if girls ever slide into the DMs unless you're like mega hot.
Yeah, I kind of feel like there's the stigma that guys need to ask girls out, you know? So I feel like a lot of girls they don't really go out of their way to like
That's so nice,
DM
dude.
guys. Yeah, that must be nice. Yeah, I also feel like guys are just more creepy, and so they're more likely to creepily get into someone's DMs.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like there's no way to not be creepy when you're sliding into someone's DMs.
I think you could
That
be
you
not
don't
creepy.
that you don't know.
Yeah, I think you just be like, I mean,
Give me an uncreepy DM that you would, if you're sliding into my DMs right now, do it not creepily.
Okay, first of all, I'll try in a second.
Okay.
But I think like that's the same with talking to a stranger. Like a lot of people could be creepy when they go and talk to a stranger, but there's plenty of ways to talk to a stranger and not be weird.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
I think the act of talking to someone is way more simple than going out of your way to slide in their DMs. Because
Okay, let's try it.
Because
Let's try it.
that's like a more calculated approach.
Okay,
Talking to
I
someone,
see.
you could talk about whatever, but you're not going to slide into someone's DMs and be like, wow, the weather's nice today.
But that's what I'm gonna say. That could be a way to not be creepy.
yeah, but
So listen, let's try it.
right.
Hey,
But you got to interest me and get me to respond, though, okay?
hey! Exclamation point.
I don't know you.
I don't know you either. My name's John.
You can see my bio. My name's Kyle.
Okay, there you go. That's it.
But okay, you slid in, but like not very well. Let's have like a good slide. You kind of fell in.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, I think you're right.
Because probably your go-to thing would be like, oh, I think you're really pretty, and maybe
I don't think calling someone pretty is necessarily creepy.
yeah, I
I
guess
think
the
it's
way
like
that
what you do
it.
afterwards.
Yeah,
Like you could respectfully say, "Hey, I think you're really pretty," and she says, "Thanks," and then you go about your life.
yeah. But if you're, I don't know, no one's just gonna go and like tell you that they're pretty, and then like
There are
not,
people that would do
and
that.
then not respond. I feel like a guy sliding into the girl's DMs, calling her pretty, he's trying to like go out with her or something.
Yeah,
He's not just telling her she's pretty and then like just hopping out, you know?
yeah. But what I'm saying is, if this guy has any sense of like what is creepy and what isn't creepy, if things go well, he'll keep going.
Yeah, sure.
But if things don't go well and he's a normal human,
Then he'll
he'll
stop.
just hop out.
Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of guys.
They
is
don't know when to hop out.
They don't hop out. They stay
Yeah.
in. They go deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I think I know when to hop out.
That's
I
a
think
good
that's a
quality
skill
I think
set.
to have. I think that's something that more people should have. I feel like I have that too.
Some people are just too persistent. Just give up sometimes.
Sometimes you just need to stop. Yeah.
All right. One more thing that blew my mind before we hop into the segments.
Okay.
So we were at Kyle's house. Me, Shim, and Kyle were chilling at Kyle's house watching the Seahawks game.
Yes, we were.
And at like halftime or after the game was over, I was just absolutely mind blown when I learned from Shim that the bicep has two parts
muscles.
and that the tricep
Is 3.
is 3 muscles. And get this, guys. Get this. The
Quad.
quadricep has 4 muscles.
Yeah.
Isn't that mind blowing? Like,
I guess I feel like I knew that, but for some reason I didn't know that. Like it kind of blew my mind, but I was like, I feel like I should have known that.
yeah, no, I should have known it, but I never knew. I was like so shocked. And it makes sense. It makes so much sense now because, you know, bi-weekly. It's like twice a week.
Triathlon.
See, that's kind of deceiving because triathlon makes it sound like it's
Tri.
a 3-mile marathon or something, or like you run 3 miles. Or
Yeah, but when you know what a triathlon is, you know it's 3 things.
I know, but it should,
Tricycle, 3 wheels. Bicycle, 2 wheels.
I know it's crazy. And
Unicycle, 1 wheel.
I knew those,
Ah.
but I just never. I just thought it was called a quad because it was like, I don't know. When I hear quad, I just think of like girthiness,
Yeah.
and I just thought like
How come there's no like quad bikes? Like a bike with 4 wheels.
because it's unnecessary.
But that'd be kind of cool.
I mean, yeah, there's like the
You could,
quad dirt bikes.
Yeah, but you just pedal it.
that would be like really lame. I feel like.
Yeah, but you're just pedaling this like giant contraption around. Yeah, it would be unpractical. But you don't have to put your kickstand up. It just stands.
I just feel like that wouldn't go very fast, and like
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. You know what sucks?
No.
Biking uphill.
Yeah, that does suck. I haven't biked in so long.
Just riding bikes isn't fun to
I don't
me.
even have a bike. Do you have a bike?
No, I haven't had a bike since I was in like 7th grade.
Yeah, I miss bikes.
I don't.
Why? Dude,
I mean,
remember-
if I could always go flat or downhill, I'm down. But the second that I have to change it into a low gear and my feet are spinning like this and I'm not going anywhere,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah.
You know?
They should. Well, they have those electric bikes that make you like they propel you up the hill.
I saw a guy.
Down for that.
Are you talking about those bikes where like you can pedal and it charges the thing?
Well,
There's like a motor, and the more you pedal, it like helps charge it, but it's also powering you.
yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like you can just you see someone just cruising uphill and they're like pedaling this fast, like
Yeah.
super slow.
Yeah. This has been a really weird episode, but
I mean,
I'm enjoying it.
have you ever said that before? Probably.
Yeah. All right. Kyle, let's start with the F's of the week. Okay? We're going to mix it up a little bit.
All right, I gotta click on mine.
Can I go first so we can just get it out of the way?
Go for it.
Fortnite.
Oh.
My F
Interesting.
of the week is maybe not necessarily even Fortnite, but maybe the middle school kids that had to
Oh,
last 2
yeah.
whole days
I know it's hard.
without Fortnite.
Gosh, those poor little kids.
If you guys are not into gaming or you've been living under a rock, the last 2 days, when we're recording this at least, Fortnite has been down.
It's back now.
It is finally back, but basically, it was the end of a season, and then there was leaks that it was going to be like a whole new game. It was going to be a new map. It was so exciting.
New guns.
We were all hyped. I was just squirreling around. I couldn't even sleep. And then it turns out that the game just like turned off for 2 days, and it was all a marketing scheme.
John was so excited he updated my game at my house while I wasn't even in my Xbox, like near my Xbox.
I
He just goes,
know.
can I update your Fortnite? I'm like, sure.
Yeah, I had to update it so that when we wanted to play, he could just play. I was doing you a solid, bro.
I mean, you were, but
and then
that just shows your addiction.
yeah, and then but now I actually, you know what? I'm gonna give the F to some parents because I heard that there are parents, Canadian parents, that are suing
Goddamn Canadians.
Epic Games because they're claiming that Fortnite is as addictive as cocaine.
Probably is.
Now, if you're a parent and you think your kid is as addicted to Fortnite as he could be to cocaine, That's your fault. Don't let them play that much.
It's so easy to just not have an Xbox.
You just take
You
it
just
away.
say, all right, little Johnny, I'm taking your Xbox from you.
Yeah.
He throws a fit.
You say, too bad.
Say, sorry, you're a little bitch. Take his Xbox.
Yeah.
And then punt that shit.
Yeah.
Or just play Fortnite yourself and make him watch you.
That's a
better punishment. Because he's watching and then you're having
and
fun.
And then you get addicted too.
Yeah.
And then you quit your cocaine addiction.
And then you just squat up with your son.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was pretty funny. The whole internet was going nuts. Pretty genius marketing, in my opinion. Like, obviously it sucked. I wanted to play.
Yeah.
But there was 1 million people watching the black hole on Fortnite on Twitch. There. 1 million people just watching, just sitting there. And you couldn't even play the game. That's pretty crazy.
Also, I saw videos of little kids like punching their TVs. I saw this one kid that like had his shirt off and he was like, "What the hell, bro?" And he was like trying to like talk down to his TV and he's like punching it. I'm like,
yeah.
What?
I mean, I think a lot of those are just for
I don't know,
retweets
but
and
this
shit.
kid was like pretty young. Like,
yeah, but did you ever see that video back in the day of the World of Warcraft kid that stuck a remote up his butt?
no.
Like, it's all just for the memes. Like, I don't think these kids actually. I mean, obviously they're upset.
Yeah.
But I think these kids realize they could get a lot of retweets.
I'm sure there's some kid out there. The kid didn't tweet it.
Oh.
It's like probably his brother did or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's your F of the week, Kyle?
My F of the week is a couple pitchers for the Padres.
Okay. 2 of them.
Yeah. Well, one of them and I think a minor leaguer.
Okay.
They were kicked, tased, and arrested after breaking into someone's house through a doggy door. So
they're professional pitchers
yes,
making loads of money.
Yes.
And they
At
broke in
3:30 in the morning. His name is Jacob Nix.
Okay.
He breaks into a house in Arizona on October 6th at 3:30 a.m. through a dog door. He got kicked in the face by the owner.
He was probably crawling through the doggy door and still on his hands and knees. And before he got a chance to stand up,
he got his head through. Dude, I would unload on someone's face. If I saw some stranger's head poking through my doggy door, oh my God,
I don't like kicking things because it hurts my toes.
You don't kick him with your toe.
But
that part of the foot.
I'm not good at that though. I just feel like I have more power when I use the toe.
You toe punt this guy.
Yeah, but then I feel like I'd break my toe.
You break your toe, but you'd fuck up his face.
Yeah,
dude, I would have kicked that guy so hard if he broke into my house. Yeah, and it doesn't really explain like what they were doing, but him and this other guy were like breaking into this random house.
Where was the other guy? Was the other guy gonna go through the doggy door after him like a train?
Let me read more about this. Okay, so this guy missed most of the year with an elbow injury, so maybe he's low on money, but you still get paid. So
like
I don't know.
A lot of money too.
I guess. Yeah, he got tased. I guess the other guy was just standing there, like maybe he's gonna go in next, and then they both ran away, and then they got chased down and tased.
So is he off the team now? Like, do you get kicked off a team? Or
he was charged with criminal trespassing. They haven't said, no.
Because I would hope you would get kicked off a team for that.
I mean, you should.
Yeah.
People have gotten not kicked off teams for way worse.
I know. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Why would you jeopardize your entire career where you could make and probably are making millions of dollars?
Probably.
To go rob some guy's house that you don't even know if he has anything?
Through a dog door? Like, really?
Just break a window, man.
Yeah, dude. Pull off some other scheme. Jeez, like break into a car. Yeah.
Damn. All right. Well,
What's your A?
My A of the week is this old guy. You know about this old guy.
Do I?
You do.
He's an old guy. Okay.
This old guy had Alzheimer's.
Oh.
And then he forgot that I don't know if this is real.
This can't be real.
but
the concept is just awesome.
I'm just going to say that as if it's real.
Okay.
I think it's like an Onion article where it's fake, but
probably.
It says old guy has Alzheimer's, forgets he has Alzheimer's, and remembers everything.
So simple. It's genius.
It's pretty awesome.
I mean, wait, if you have Alzheimer's, do you know you have Alzheimer's?
I don't
or
think
do you forget?
do.
So he just forgot, and then he's normal. He's
no,
back to
so
normal.
I think like he had Alzheimer's, and he probably knew he had Alzheimer's for a while, but then the Alzheimer's got so bad that he forgot he had it, and then he didn't, like, if you don't know you have Alzheimer's, it just goes away.
It's probably all it takes. You just got to forget that you have it,
and then all the other memories,
and then everything comes back. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like my thing where I don't know. I don't know if I have memory loss. I don't know if things have happened.
How is that related?
He's forgetting things. I don't know. I can't remember.
Okay.
Okay.
So shout out to that old guy.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to that guy. Okay. My A of the week is I'll say the Saints, the New Orleans Saints.
Okay.
Have you heard about this?
No.
So the Pope, you know how when you tweet hashtags like hashtag Seahawks, that little Seahawk emoji pops up?
Yeah.
So the Pope tweeted something about Saints, and he tweets hashtag Saints, and the Saints emoji pops up. So everyone's like, oh shit, the Saints, like hammer the Saints, like bet the Saints, and then they won. So the Saints are blessed by the Pope.
So the Pope was talking about like religious saints.
Yeah, I have the tweet. Let me find it.
But he accidentally.
Yeah, so the Pope tweeted, today we give thanks to the Lord for our hashtag Saints. They walk by faith, and now we invoke their intercession. But it's hashtag Saints and the little Saints logo.
That's funny. Is there any way to tweet hashtag Saints and get the logo to not pop up?
I don't know. But that's pretty awesome.
Because what if you're a hunter trying to talk about bears? You want to go
Bears.
hashtag bears, but you don't like the Chicago Bears.
Wait, hunters, they don't go after bears, do they?
I don't know. Maybe they're like, hey, I was gonna go hunting, but I saw a bear. Watch out for bears. Hashtag bears.
And it's a little bear logo.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, there's probably a way to get rid of it, but I don't think the Pope, he's old, so he doesn't really know.
Maybe he did know. Maybe he was like,
yeah,
I'm gonna be a
I got a
homie
feeling
in
about
this.
the Saints today.
Yeah.
So
I think he has
Saints are going to win the Super Bowl now. They got blessed by the Pope.
Yeah, dude, he has magical powers.
All I'm saying is revert back to this episode when they win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Just mark this
Or
down.
when the Seahawks win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because now we just said that here.
Yeah. Wait,
So-
you want to bet? Let's make a bet, like a $1 bet for fun.
What?
I don't know.
I don't want
A
to bet
football
against the Seahawks.
You just said you think the Saints are gonna win.
I don't actually. I don't even know. I want the Seahawks to win. So, John, what could you kill me with today?
This is my new favorite.
What could I kill you with?
Yeah. This is my new favorite segment.
Yeah. What's my weapon?
I really like this. Okay. Kyle, could you kill me with words? And only words. But it's not like your words. It doesn't count if your words drive me to like kill myself or like.
No, how would I kill you with my words?
Like, do you think that when I was thinking
I could talk you down so much that you just die?
My hypothetical was like, you talk me down so much to where like my brain literally just like breaks down. Like if think about 24/7, you just were in my ear with like a microphone all day, every day, just saying the worst possible things.
Okay.
Do you think I could ever die?
I think the most likely is like I drive you to a point of just like you break.
Okay.
Or like up to the point of insanity.
Oh.
But you wouldn't die though. You would just
But I
become
might go insane,
insane.
then do something stupid and then die.
Yeah, but is that because of, like, did I kill you with my words then? Because like you did something dumb.
I
So I don't think I could physically kill you with my words, but I could get you to a point where you might do something to yourself.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Maybe
what would my choice words be?
like
Idiot.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I don't know, like
Worthless.
what would actually hurt me.
Awful. Waste of time. Waste of space.
Would you do? What would be like your plan of attack? Would you do?
Oh,
it
I'd
with
go
like
after all your videos.
would you do it with a megaphone? Would you like whisper them in my ear? Would you?
I think I'd just be face-to-face combat. Word combat.
So you
just telling you.
just follow me around.
I would always try to stand above you. Like I would bring a stool so I could look down on you. So you're just looking up, getting shat on by me.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cool.
All right, John, could you kill me with? Now this one might sound like an easy answer, but then you got to think about it. Could you kill me with a lighter? Because the easy answer is like, yeah, I could just set you on fire. But all you have is a lighter. You can't just set me on fire.
I mean,
Because I'm fighting back.
yeah, like if I could, but it would be really hard. What if you were covered in gasoline?
But I'm not.
Oh, okay. What I'm gonna do? We would go to a gas station. Okay?
We're gonna fight at the gas station. That's like double suicide though. Or suicide, just regular.
And then I would, like, in one hand have my lighter. In my other hand, I would grab the gas pump.
Okay, but that's
then-
just another weapon. You can't just bring gas into the situation.
Oh. Okay.
Just the physical lighter. There's different types of lighters. You can pick one.
Yeah. Oh, you know the one.
The long ones. Oh.
No, not like the shitty. What are they called? The Bic lighters.
Yeah.
The little shitty mini ones.
Mm-hmm.
Not those ones, but like the ones that are
Like a little canister and you flick it open.
yeah, like in Peaky Blinders, those like
Yeah,
big metal
yeah,
ones that the rich people have.
You could probably beat me with
I'd
that.
get one of those. Then the little thing that you push down that goes like, you know, that's kind of like has little aggregated edges.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
And I would just use that. I wouldn't even try and do anything with the flame. I would just open it and then like cut you.
Okay.
With that like edge.
So you'd walk up and cut me with the edge of a lighter.
And I would just continually try and cut you.
Yeah. You could probably like
because I don't
bash me with the metal thing. That's probably pretty
true.
hard.
I could just
Or if you're one of those long lighters that's like this.
long lighters.
You know, you're like this and it's like a yellow, like a black. You could
Oh.
shove that shit down my throat.
Yeah, to light like a stove or like a grill.
Yeah, yeah. You could poke my eye maybe.
Oh,
Blind me. Now it's like, what do I do? I'm just
you get
blindly fighting.
yeah. Can I like? So if I make you blind, am I allowed to like tie your shoelaces together, or is that not fair since it's not using the lighter?
No. Once I'm blind, you can't use weapons.
Yeah, but I could use my
You have
hands.
you have your bare hands and you have a lighter.
Yeah, so I'd make you blind with my lighter. Then
Okay.
I'd tie your shoelaces together.
Okay.
Then you'd trip, and then you'd be screwed. Actually, no, you could still
I
stand
could
up.
get back up.
But you couldn't like run.
I could untie my shoes. Like I'm still I'm not just because I'm blind doesn't mean I can't untie my shoes.
Yeah, I didn't really think that one through. No, I'm pretty sure
There's
I
a
could
way.
kill you.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You could get me.
Cool.
All right. I have a word of the day.
All right, hit me with it.
Okay. It is smell fungus.
Smell fungus.
I guarantee you this is not what you think it is.
It's one word.
Smell fungus.
Is it SMELL
Fungus. Yeah.
FUNGUS?
Smell fungus. I can't
Okay.
believe this is even real because this doesn't even make sense.
For those of you listening, before the episode started, Kyle was looking for a word, and I don't know what this word is, but I just hear him go, "Oh my God, that's me!"
Yeah, I'm smell fungus.
So I'm thinking of what smell fungus is, and
I guarantee you it's not what you think it is.
the only thing I can think of is like how you were talking about how things stick to your feet. And like, you
Yeah.
know, so maybe I think it's like
Interesting guess.
an adjective to describe things sticking to your feet.
Yeah, not even close. It's a habitual fault finder. So you've said it before. I'm someone that will like point out like, oh, that guy's got a weird shaped nose.
Oh, yeah.
That's me. That's what a smell fungus is.
It's a noun. It's like a person who points
Yeah,
out
yeah.
things.
It's someone who like habitually like I don't know if it's a habit, but I just kind of do it sometimes. Like I just notice things that are kind of
Yeah.
funny. Like,
And
oh, that
you-
guy's got a like weird shaped eye.
But I've noticed you never will know you'll never point out good things about someone. It'll always be a negative thing. It's never like, wow,
no,
that
I
person's
noticed
pretty.
I noticed good things, but maybe I don't point them out.
Okay.
It's a way of making myself feel better, I think.
Yeah.
Subconsciously.
Why do they have such a bad name for that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
I
that's-
mean,
like
people like that suck. And I know I'm that person sometimes and that sucks.
Yeah, but nobody's gonna want to be like, yeah, guess what? I'm a smell fungus. Is that how
Yeah.
you say it? Is there like a sentence?
No, but like it's smell fungus.
But I'm
Maybe
saying,
it's smell fungus.
how do you use it in a sentence? Is it like I smell fungus things?
No,
or
I'm a smell fungus. Let me find it. I'm just gonna Google smell fungus. Smell fungus. Yeah, a habitual fault finder or complainer. Oh, see, this isn't what I thought it was. This is
This is
more like
different.
looking for things to complain about.
Oh, so looking for things that are
It's
like,
like, oh, it's cold outside, which I do sometimes.
So maybe you're still
I'm not as much. Maybe it's not noticing about other people. It's just noticing about general
things
to complain about.
Okay.
Yeah, which
Those
I
are
hate.
kind of
People.
those are the worst people.
Those are the worst people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't be friends with the smell fungus.
I don't like people that always will find something to complain about, even when things are going great.
Yeah.
Like no one wants to be around the person where like it's a good day, it's awesome, and then there'll be one little inconvenience, and they just try and find a reason to like make it ruin their day. You know?
Yeah. Although sometimes I will complain if like something's wrong with me, because I'm a big like I love to feel good. And if something's like bugging me, like my ankle's hurting, I feel like I'm kind of known to talk about how my ankle hurts a lot.
Yeah, you do. It'll, even if it's something stupid, it'll be like, oh, my fingernail's bothering me. And like,
That is annoying though.
like-
Having a fingernail bother you.
it is. But like, if you say it once to like let me know, it's like, okay, cool. I know Kyle's fingernail's hurting.
When I keep saying
But
it
then
over and over.
all day, Kyle will be like, man, dude, my fingernail hurts.
Yeah.
Dude, what's wrong with my fingernail? It's like, dude, we get it. Your fingernail hurts.
I've been known to do that. I'll admit it. I do that sometimes.
Yeah.
But I also find it annoying if somebody else does it. And yet I continue to do it. So
But why do you do it? Because like saying it more doesn't make your fingernail hurt less.
maybe it's like subconsciously looking for sympathy or like someone having an answer to my problem.
oh yeah, you're hoping that like maybe someone will overhear it and be like, oh, I know how to fix your fingernail.
I know how to
thing."
fix a broken leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. Anyways, we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you all so much for listening to this episode of Peak to Middle School. Did you have fun, Kyle?
I did have fun. That was like one of those swallows that takes a long time to go down.
One of these days, I'm going to tally how many times Kyle takes a sip of his water throughout the episode.
I like to be hydrated.
And have a counter at the bottom. Also, if you guys have been listening to the show for a while, let me know if you think I've gotten any better at saying like less. Because that one time I did a like counter and it got over 100, I'm pretty sure.
It was like 83 or something.
It was really bad. So, anyways, before we wrap it up here, I want to say a few things. One, if you guys could go to the Apple Podcast app, search Peak to Middle School, scroll to the bottom, rate us 5 stars, and write a review. Literally takes 30 seconds, and it would mean a lot.
It would be super duper.
We are literally like 5 away. We've been getting some new fans every single day. So if you guys like the show and want to just spend 10 seconds, it would mean the world to us. What was our last review?
Clay.
What did he say? What did Clay say?
Clay said, hands down, my favorite podcast to listen to. It's so funny and relatable.
There we go.
Thanks, Clay. Also a patron.
Yes.
Which brings us to our Patreon. If you want to be a patron, you can pledge some money to us. But that money will be worthwhile because you will get extra benefits.
Yeah. You get extra content, bunch of cool stuff. You get a personalized video shout out. You get access to our Discord. You get
It's just a fun group chat.
So there's a $5 tier, $10 tier, and $15 tier. And the different tiers get different benefits, but you could get access to pictures of Kyle's feet, which I had to take pictures of and edit those, and I felt like
right?
I've seen enough of Kyle's feet for my entire life.
Long toes. I
Yeah,
saw those
dude.
pictures longer than I even thought.
Yeah.
It's like I have hands for feet.
if you guys are weird and want some pictures to blackmail Kyle with, you can get those.
I mean,
There's behind the scenes content. There's deleted scenes, which I've been working on the deleted scenes video. And I just have to tell you guys right now, it's absolutely hilarious because every single episode before we start recording and when we end recording, there's just a bunch of weird shit that goes on, and it's so funny.
I can't even remember like what we would have. I'm excited to see that too.
There's also some things in there that like, not that they were cut out for any reason, but other than the fact that they just could not go in the episode because they're like a little bit too much, and so there's a couple funny ones in there.
So if you want that content, if you want the too much content, Patreon.
Yeah. Anyways, Kyle, where can they follow you?
You can follow me. I was about to drink some water, but you caught me off guard. You can follow me on Instagram at KyleSafford36. You can also follow the podcast at Pim's Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. And TikTok.
There we go. We got our first TikTok fan. Some guy, what's his name? I want to give him a shout out.
Wasn't his name like
Davidson?
David
Darnelson?
Darn it.
What's his name?
Dame
David Darnoldson?
It's a D. Mr. Damesworth.
Miss Dustin Damesworth.
Dustin.
Shout out to you. He commented on our YouTube video that he said, I found you guys on TikTok. And now he's a fan. He followed us. That's pretty cool.
What's up, Dustin?
If we never made a TikTok account, if we didn't post our stuff on TikTok, he wouldn't have been a fan of the show.
Yeah.
And he might tell all his friends, and his friends might all tell all of their friends.
Soon enough, all of the world knows.
Exactly.
Because of TikTok.
So
it's a powerful
be
thing.
sure to follow us over there. You can follow me at Hey Narwhal on Twitter and Instagram. You can also subscribe to my personal YouTube channel called The Narwhal. And with all that being said, we will see you guys on Monday.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. It's the most awkward ending ever.